Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to start our first lesson of second term, which is on Akbar's successors. It's from chapter 7 of your book, and we are going to discuss two Mughal emperors, Jahangir and Shah Jahan. Before we start discussing more about Jahangir, let me give you a little bit background about who he was. Jahangir was essentially the eldest son of Akbar, and after Akbar's death in 1605, he succeeded to the Mughal throne. His real name was Salim, and he took the title of Jahangir, which means the world Caesar. Jahangir was perhaps the only Mughal emperor who ruled for about 22 years. But out of these 22 years, for about 16 years, his wife Nur Jahan was the vital ruler. Jahangir was also famous for his golden chain of justice. His 12 orders issued in the early period of his reign showed great concern for the welfare of his subject. The figure 7.1 in your books on page 47 is a portrait of Jahangir. And on your screens also you can see Jahangir sitting on his throne. Okay, now let's discuss what was the important things that happened during Jahangir's rule. Firstly, the long-drawn war between Mewar and the Mughals came to an end during Jahangir's period of rule, and the relations between the Mughal rulers and the Sikhs began to deteriorate. And two visitors, namely Captain W. Cook and Sir Thomas Rao, came to the court of Jahangir. The latter, who was the ambassador of King James, was able to get permission from Jahangir, allowing the British to trade at Surat. Okay, what else happened in Jahangir's period of rule? In the 22 years of his rule, the country saw an increase in their expenses, and the pomp and show at the court among the nobility. Also, the wealth and glory of the Mughal court were famous in Europe, and many Europeans visited the Mughal Empire. In 1615, the ambassador of King James I of England, Thomas Roe, was sent to get trade sanctions from the Mughals. He lived at the court and succeeded in obtaining a farman allowing the English to trade at Surat. Another important thing in this chapter you will go through is the autobiography of Jahangir, which was called Tuzke Jahangiri. Tuzke Jahangiri takes an account of Jahangir's life, his travels. It discusses the breadth of his empire and keeps detailed records of each thing. It also covers his observations about people and places in an interesting manner. The Mughal school of painting also received a boost during the lifetime of Jahangir. Jahangir was also interested in laying out of gardens, as he loved flowers and nature. He had the intelligence and the ability to carry on the administration of his father, Akbar, and gave justice to the oppressed and needy in his kingdom. Interestingly, the tombs of Jahangir and his wife Noor Jahan are situated in Lahore. Okay, let's move on to Shah Jahan, whose period of rule was from 1627 to 1658. So, connecting it with Jahangir, we know that Jahangir's last days were marked by his sons fighting for the throne. Prince Khurram was in the Deccan when news of father's death reached him. Immediately he reached Delhi, where Asaf Khan, his father in law, had managed to secure the throne for him. All rivals to the throne were put to death. Noor Jahan retired from public life, and her son in law, Shahryar, was imprisoned. Well educated and intelligent, Shah Jahan proved to be a capable ruler and came to be called the Magnificent. When he acquired the throne, Shah Jahan had to face the revolt of Rajputs, which he successfully defeated. Khan Jahan Lodi, the governor of Deccan, revolted next, and Shah Jahan personally led an army to defeat him. Shah Jahan's rule was also known as the golden period of architecture in India. He was blessed with a keen sense of beauty and talent for architecture. His most famous monument was Taj Mahal, which was built in the memory of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. The Taj Mahal is considered one of the seven wonders of the world, and its construction involved craftsmen from Samarkand, Baghdad, Delhi, Lahore, and Multan. There was also political stability during Shah Jahan's rule. He ruled for 30 years and left behind a legacy of magnificence. On your screens, you can see the beautiful Taj Mahal built in white marble. On the walls, you have engraving of Quranic ayats. When the news reached that Shah Jahan was ill in 1657, a fight for throne broke between his sons. One of his sons, Dara Shikoh, was governor of Punjab, Aurangzeb was governor of Deccan, and Shah Shuja was governor of Bengal. In 1658, the Battle of Samogar was fought that decided the issue of succession to the Mughal throne. Dara Shikoh raised a large army but was defeated by Aurangzeb at Ajmer. Dara escaped to Sindh but was handed over to Aurangzeb in 1659. Aurangzeb's superior tactics eventually won him the throne. As for the homework, I would like you to conduct research on Shah Jahan's Central Asian policy. I have created a link for you to make inputs on Padlet wall for Shah Jahan's Central Asian policy, and I will share the link in the WhatsApp group. Thank you and have a great day.